Huge news in Diddy's trial. Prosecution now wants to drop the kidnapping, arson, and some of the trafficking charges. The prosecution claims that they're following the judge's instructions by streamlining the jury's instructions, and in a bold move the day before closing arguments, they are now pulling back key testimony from the trial, specifically the attempted kidnapping charges, the attempted arson, and aiding and abetting sex trafficking. So the prosecution was trying to go after Diddy for kidnapping with this woman. This is Capricorn Clark. Now, she worked for Diddy, and she claims that when some jewelry went missing from his home, they asked her about it, and Diddy apparently took her to some random home where a random person was giving her lie detector tests, and she had to remain there for a number of days. They haven't said exactly what part of the aiding and abetting they're going to be removing. They are still going forward with the sex trafficking charges, but not the aiding and abetting element, apparently. Now, they also want it noted in the jury's instructions that just because these women, Cassie and Jane in particular, gave consent to these sexual acts certain times, doesn't mean that they gave consent every time. And that's important for the jury to know. Prosecutors wrote in the letter saying, the government understands the court's desire for streamlined instructions. With that in mind, the government has suggested ways to streamline those instructions. The government is no longer planning to proceed on these theories of liability, so instructions are no longer necessary. Combs is currently being charged with sex trafficking, racketeering, and transportation to engage in prostitution, and those charges are not going to change. However, the jury will just now have fewer predicates to consider during deliberations. His trial lasted for 29 days, with the prosecution calling 34 witnesses, and his defense attorneys rested their case in just 23 minutes. They had no witnesses. Diddy did not speak, but they did submit some evidence like text messages. We're going to have closing arguments tomorrow, so make sure you hit follow. I will definitely be updating.